Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Cannell.
This Courier Times Update is brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center in Langhorne, PA. It's your health, expect more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Cannell reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update on this Monday, April 8th. A 3-alarm fire in neighboring Montgomery County has destroyed an office building. The blaze at Blair Mill Professional Center in Horsham on Sunday started as a mulch fire outside, but the winds spread the flames to the building. 2 people were inside, but luckily no one was injured.
The building was not occupied at the time. However, there were 2 people inside the building. One was a worker, a cleaner that was cleaning one of the doctor's offices, and another one was one of the staff for the facility. No one was hurt. They became aware of the fire. Someone came in, told them the mulch was on fire. They called 911, and they immediately evacuated. They did not get hurt.
The building housed 7 businesses, including a dentist office and credit union. Companies from both Montgomery and Bucks counties responded. Reporter Bill Devlin and photographer Carl Casola have that story at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Another fire in Bucks County on Sunday damaged part of an Upper Makefield home after it ripped through 2 of its rooms. Fire officials are reminding residents that smoke alarms are key, since the person who was inside the home at the time of the blaze was alerted by a smoke alarm. That person was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Reporter Danny Adler tells us in a story on our website that the cause of the fire is undetermined because of the extensive damage in the area where it started. Danny was busy this weekend. He was also there when Army Sergeant Dustin Dykstra was welcomed home to Bristol Township after a 10-month tour of Afghanistan. But while Sergeant Dykstra's girlfriend surprised him with the big welcome home, he surprised her by proposing just after stepping off the plane at Philadelphia International Airport.
I proposed to her when I walked through the security gate this morning. I've been planning it for roughly since about November, December time frame, and trying to keep it a secret away from her was tough, extremely tough.
Congratulations to the happy couple. The 2 might get married on July 4th, which also happens to be Sergeant Dykstra's fiance's birthday. You can read their tale in Danny's story online. For our Bucks County weather, get your warm weather clothes out because here comes summer, at least for this week. Today we're seeing partly sunny skies with a high near 72. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low around 57. And then so much for spring. Tuesday's high will be a record 80 degrees, but there is a chance of showers and thunderstorms. When we come back, our video reporter Chuck Thomas introduces you to the place where schnitzel happens in this week's Eat This. If you're a fan of sauerkraut, you're definitely going to want to check this place out.
Emergencies can be frightening, but now there's a whole new way to treat them. Fast. St. Mary's Emergency Department is designed to treat in minutes, not hours. Immediate assessment. Smarter, faster flow. Care that comes to you. Experts in heart, stroke, trauma, orthopedics, and pediatrics. The speed emergencies need. St. Mary Medical Center. It's your health. Expect more. Visit stmaryhealthcare.org.
Chuck Thomas, our host of Eat This, visits the Newportville Inn, that's a German pub, and tastes their sauerkraut bites for this week's segment. Stay tuned after the show because we'll have Chuck here with us in the newsroom to talk about where they're going next.
Built in 1734, this stone house originally was a home to a miller who operated a grist mill along the banks of the Neshaminy Creek here in Newportville, Pennsylvania. Now, some 279 years later, it's home to some of the best German food in Bucks County.
A lot of our recipes are from southern Germany, Bavaria, and they're pot roasted usually, like a sauerbraten, which is marinated beef, or roast braten, pork. We also have Spätzle, which is a German noodle, and sauerkraut, red cabbage that go along with those meals. We have 10 different kinds of schnitzel here. They're usually pork, veal, or chicken.
One of the unique things that is on the menu is an appetizer called sauerkraut bites, and a unique blend of sauerkraut and corned beef and breadcrumbs and flour, and one ingredient that caught me by surprise. And what is that, Edith?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. I never would have guessed hot sauce in these, but it's interesting. It's a take on, a lot of people have seen sauerkraut poppers before, but these are handmade and they're big. So you grab a good amount.
Tie it up, yes.
Just like you're making a meatball.
Yes,
This is like a sauerkraut meatball, sort of. What's your main responsibility when you come in the day as the main chef here?
Oh, well, I do everything. I do the ordering, also on the inventory.
You do the yodeling?
Ordering.
Oh, ordering. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I yodel too. I yodel too. Oktoberfest, I yodel.
Where? How do we cook
They
these?
get covered and go in the oven.
And then eventually they get deep fried?
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, let's finish these up.
Let's do it.
Give it a taste. Yeah, we got the sauerkraut, we got a little bit of salty sweet in there, and a corned beef, nice texture, and that hot sauce gets my attention a little bit. Really makes me pay attention here. So these are really good.
Ready for a cold one, right?
Ready for a cold one, and a good thing, they've got plenty of imported beer, German beer out at the bar. Some of the German specialties you'll find at the Newportville Inn are Schnitzel à la Holstein, which is a breaded veal cutlet topped with a fried egg, capers, and anchovies, German meatballs with Spätzle, and the Oktoberfest combo, which offers diners the opportunity to sample an assortment of meats, sausages, and side dishes. Get in the car, take a ride over to New Falls Road and Newportville Road. You'll find yourself in Newportville, and that's where you'll find the inn.
Rosen, ein Rosen der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Rosen der Gemütlichkeit. Zig-Zag, Zig-Zag! Hoi, hoi, hoi! Marco, Remco! Hoi, hoi, hoi! Prost! Prost! Prost!
Well, that looked like a hearty toast, and we have Chuck Thomas here with us right now to talk about what's coming up next on Eat This.
Yes, Rachel, in the coming weeks, we're going to be showing viewers where to find some famous Philadelphia hot dogs. I'll be heading to the Delaware River to catch my dinner. And finally, we're going to take you to Quakertown and introduce you to a chef who cools off spicy chili with a popular cold treat. You can't miss that show.
Definitely look forward to that. Thanks again for being here, Chuck. You can find Eat This every Monday at BucksCountyCourierTimes.com. A Bucks County Technical High School student who has autism has inspired her classmates to help raise awareness and funds for Autism Awareness Month in April. The 18-year-old horticulture student wrote a poem and designed black t-shirts featuring red, yellow, and blue puzzle pieces with the phrase, "I am unique."
Well, it all started when I was at the health clinic with my mom on the day before my birthday. I heard a couple of guys saying some really negative things about autism while there was a thing on TV about autism. That got me angry, so I decided to do something about it. I am unique, and this is what the t-shirt looks like.
So far, the school has already raised $1,000 for the Autism Spectrum Disorder Foundation. You can read more about how to help in Danny Adler's story on our website. In high school sports, Archbishop Wood's baseball team won a tough battle over Pope John Paul II in a weekend game. Sports reporter Dan Duncan was there and talked to the Vikings about how they were ahead but then had to battle back to win it.
It was definitely a team effort. I mean, they weren't around the plate a lot this game, so I figured take some pitches, took the first strike, and he threw past ball, so he came in and gave me a little more confidence. So.
You can follow Dan's high school sports coverage online. Tonight, the Phillies hit the national spotlight as they play the Mets at home, and you've got a lot of sports viewing choices since the Louisville Cardinals compete against the Michigan Wolverines in the NCAA National Championship game tonight. Plus, we'll also have action and reaction from the Archbishop Wood girls lacrosse game against Gwynedd Mercy Academy this afternoon. You can find all of those stories at BucksCountyCourierTimes.com. Now here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. The Council Rock School Board has approved its portion of the Middle Bucks Institute of Technology budget. Reporter Chris English will tell you what their share is. Our columnist Phil Gianfrancaro is working on a story about a fitness center owner who hosts a boxing class for those with special needs. Photographer Stephanie Vito will also have video. And finally, want to check out the XPN Music Film Festival? Andy Weinberg will have all the details for you. Keep checking BucksCountyCourierTimes.com for all of these stories and the latest local news. I'm Rachel Kennelly. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.